this one is another development where we have the FRSC to monitor tanker drivers with onboard cameras. When I saw this, I said, okay, this is good, but there's always a but with some of the things we have coming up as news. Now, the Federal Road Safety Corps is stepping up efforts to ensure that tanker safety on Nigerian roads by introducing advanced technology and safety measures, including the installation of onboard cameras to monitor driver behaviors in real time. Now, fuel tanker explosion has become an alarming and recurring phenomenon across countries. However, the FRSC spokesperson, Olusegun Ogungbemide, who spoke, explained that these new measures were part of ongoing efforts to curb road accidents and ensure compliance with safety regulations. Ogungbemide noted the Corps was collaborating with the National Association of Road Transport Owners to install these cameras on tankers and provide continuous monitoring of drivers' conduct and help to prevent unsafe driving practices. The FRSC also emphasized the importance of training and retraining drivers, organizing retreats and refreshers courses to keep them updated on modern safe driving techniques. The Corps is also working to enhance enforcement along key corridors and improve compliance through mobile court operations. In addition to technology, Ogungbemide highlighted the vital role of public education in changing poor road user behaviors among tanker drivers. Okay, well, this is good. But my first thought was, why are we just thinking about the FRSC? Because if you know, internationally, a lot of security personnel, both the police officers, however it comes, so far you are a security personnel in whatever division it is, they always have cameras, even on their body, and just to monitor and so that they can also be monitored. Why are we not thinking in that line? Why are we just positioning it to FRSC? Because we have reoccurring tanker explosions. Why are we doing just that? But of course, it's a good.
Put the camera in the tankers.
Yes.
And they will be monitoring it. You see,
they have to monitor with real time.
Oh, see. Blossom.
Yes.
You see, these are the things I talk about, people. Where in the world are they doing that? Why don't you ensure that the tankers itself are in good condition?
Right. And
from point to point, there are road safety officials on the road to check whether some of these people are on drugs. Is it not cost effective than installing tanker on whose cost? Who's going to bear the cost? Is it the owners of tankers that will bear the cost of this camera?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you ask yourself, these are the tankers that are on the road, drive past you, some of them, one tire is not good, you let them go, and you say you are putting a camera in the inbox. What? It doesn't make sense to me. So at the end of the day, these are not the kind of things that we should dwell on and begin to give our precious time to.
True.
Why are we doing that? Even in Nigeria today, how many policemen wear body cam?
That is what I'm saying.
How many do, as the police, I went to a police station in Ijayi on Saturday, and a police officer ordered a uniform for himself, purchased his own uniform to look neat. Wow. He said, "Oga, I pay for it."
Wow.
So the police has not even provided the basic things for the police. I know that also goes to road safety officials. It's even worse to the, what do they call them now? The other one that the
last one?
No, not last one. The
VIO?
Not VIO. What do they call them? That wear blue. What is it? They always fight with the police or this. Those ones, they don't even have uniform. They purchase their own uniform by themselves. So when you see things that will not work, you know from the beginning that it's not going to work. Road safety officials, are they having body cam to show, first and foremost, for you to monitor in your office whether the road the road safety officer is doing a good job first. You understand? You can't begin to put camera, ask criminals to wear camera in their body.
No, it's just weird because
so that whenever they go and steal, you are monitoring your office, and the people that are supposed to arrest them don't have camera.
Because to be honest,
please.
I know
today is Monday. I came here to discuss serious issue.
It's a serious issue because we have to talk. Because when I saw this, I said, okay, it's good, but now the fact whereby they have to put it in the tankers on board, I do not understand how that will work. Do you? I even feel like these people can even decide to remove that camera and sell it.
No, they remove it. They can cover it. Haven't you seen these movies that people that want to go and steal, they will cover the CCTV?
Cover the CCTV and
so it doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm saying that it's not a serious issue as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Because
if you must, on whose cost first? Let us start with that. If the tanker drivers or tankers owners will now bear the cost of providing this instead of making them bear the cost of putting the tanker in good condition and ensuring that the drivers of those tankers are not under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Because most of those tanker explosions are recklessness.
True.
If you want to know how these people drive, go to an event, all right, on the island, and come back by 11 p.m. and drive on the Ikorodu road.
You have to just avoid them.
Those are the things I'm talking about. And drive at this time. Maybe you have a function on the island, you live on the mainland, you are coming back, you decided to take Kata Bridge and drive down there to Ikorodu road. See the driving. These people drive as if they just finished drinking Ogogoro.
Oh, obviously, that's what most of them do.
All right. So most of the accidents are caused by the recklessness of the driver and the vehicle not being in good shape. In good condition.
Yes, very true. I want to quickly read a message before we would have Comrade react, because we have a lot of calling and I don't know if we'll be able to pick calls. This one says, thank you for this insight, sir. I strongly feel that the Nigerian police and FRSC officers should implement the apron uniform camera. This is Philip Mecano from Lagos. Okay. Well, he's believing not just the FRSC, but the Nigerian police should actually have it on their uniform, not about putting it, in the tankers. Okay, comrade, very quickly, because of our time, we have less than 3 minutes to go. What's your reaction to this onboard camera being installed in tankers rather than, on the officer's uniform or somewhere else, just to monitor them?
Yes, thank you. You see, this initiative that is recommended is highly commendable, so to say, because we have to start from somewhere. We all are in this country. We have seen how tanker drivers, how tankers fall on our roads, reckless and tanker drivers, and a lot of fatalities that have been caused, by the ineptitude of most of these tanker drivers. So if the Federal Road Safety Commission or the federal government is coming up with this initiative, I think it's the right step in the right direction, and we all should be able, to support it, because the aim is to enhance the risk of accidents involving tankers. The onboard cameras itself is a significant step forward, forward to improving safety and accountability. So when we look at some of the objectives, what are the objectives? The primary objective is to reduce the risk of accidents, not about sentiment. I'm not saying Chief Officer is this sentimental about it, but at least it reduces the risk of accident involving tankers, which often result in fatalities and damage to infrastructures, as you all are aware. So the onboard camera will also encourage tanker drivers to comply with safety regulations, such as speed limits, quote and unquote. You get it now, and safe driving practices. The cameras will provide evidence in the event of an accident. That's one of the most important aspects of that camera. It will provide evidence in the event of accident, helping to identify responsible, parties and facilitating investigation. So sometimes when you look at, like, in the airplane, you have what we call the black box. After the accident, the necessary regulatory agency goes back looking for the black box, to extract information about the causes and the causes and the situation, or the as regards the cause of that accident, disaster. So these are some of the things that is done in modern world that we have to start at least. But the only thing is, when we look at it, there are so many benefits, about this onboard cameras. It has some benefits. It reduces road accidents, it improves road safety, has increased accountability. But there are some challenges and concerns which I want us to look into, about these onboard cameras. Some may raise concern about the privacy implication of onboard cameras. Privacy implication of onboard cameras. But when onboard camera is being placed on tankers, some of these things, like she got the paper talk about some of them drop, some of them smoke. The onboard camera will detect all these things about the activities of tanker drivers. Some of them even carry, some maybe alerts into their tanker, because when you see some tankers, some haulage trucks, they are like, they are built like a cabin that you have a mini room. They even put what's it called? A mattress, behind the driver's side. So a lot of illicit things, a lot of dirty activities also go on within that same vehicle as it is, because sometimes the driver can decide to rest and give his vehicle to a motorboy, and he may be smoking or be taking some illicit job. So these onboard cameras will detect the pre
all right, comrade, can you hear me, comrade? Comrade, can you hear me? Is it not appropriate to start with, because I believe in putting the horse before the cart, so that the horse can pull the cart, rather than putting the cart before the horse? Don't you think an appropriate regulation of the road safety on the road, as it were, ensuring from point of takeoff that the vehicle is in good order, at some point, because if you don't test some of these drivers, have this test along the road, because if you have the facility to test them, somebody move from Lagos here, by the time you get to Ibadan, and there is a road safety there, decided to test the person, I found out that the person, there are some stink of alcohol in whatever test, they will park the person. Is it not appropriate than putting a camera, the person will go stop over at Mama Nkechi shop, drink, smoke before he gets into the car, and because there is no person watching him, and the camera is there watching him, and he didn't see anything happening? Because I believe, my own belief is that if we must tackle some of these things, we must tackle it from bottom up. You see, what road safety is doing is up down. I am talking about down up. There are some steps you need to take to get to the onboard cameras. If your road safety officials do not even have body cams, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I am saying it today in Lagos, as long as you use a Lagos driver's plate number,
yeah,
nobody reminds you to go and pay your license. Nobody reminds you to go and pay your insurance.
Okay.
Nobody reminds you to do anything, because the moment it expires and you drive past a camera, you have been ticketed. So at the end of the day, I think some of these things should be done appropriately.
Yes,
Comrade.
some of them should be done appropriately, because according to what Comrade is trying to say, I think Comrade is applauding them for doing the right part, and obviously you believe that they should start from the right thing before jumping to putting it at the tankers. Comrade, apologies, I know this is supposed to continue, this conversation is supposed to continue, and trust me, I'm not ending this. I'm still probably going to have to take this topic tomorrow because I have a lot of questions regards to it. Anyways, but we have to call it a wrap. I can't even pick any calls, my apologies. But anyways, we'll come to the end of the program. Thank